Tears on YouTube. This Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, we're having another outstanding topic: single fathers, your frustrations. I hope you joined us this past Wednesday as we talked about single mothers, their frustrations. All right, man, it's time for us to stand up. And first, I want to always pat my men on the back because as of recent, we have been having a lot of men callers voicing their opinions on a lot of great issues and been bringing a lot of good things to the table for us to discuss and talk about. In the beginning, when we first started our show, we had a lot of female calls. We had some men calls, but not as many. But now it seems as if we're having more men that want to be heard with some great ideas, not just bringing some crap to the table. And we really appreciate that support and appreciate those ideas. With that also being said, I want to speak to the ladies real brief on this video. We're not talking about deadbeat's dad here, deadbeat dads right here. We're talking about real men, real fathers who want to be a big part of their kids' life. That's it. That's all. We want to focus on the positive things that the fathers that are out here doing what they're supposed to do. We want to focus on that and just listen to their problems just like we listen to your problems. So with that being said, men, we need you to call in. For me, by the grace of God, I've been blessed. My kids, mamas, we have a great understanding as far as raising our kids, and I love and I appreciate it. But at the same time, that was a process. That is not something that just happened overnight. It took a lot of maturity for both sides to come to this point that we are now. And I explained that to my guys that's going through the things that I went through in the past. And I say it's a process. Stay patient, but let your voice be heard. Because a lot of times we as men, we get tired of the emotional part and the communication part, especially when we feel as if we're doing our best in those areas, but it's still not getting reached to the point where we want it to be reached. But like I tell my men, we cannot give up because it's about our kids. If it was just about us, just dating, trying to marry somebody, and things didn't go right, okay, we can give up, maybe move on to something else. But we can't give up on our kids and move on to another kid. We have to raise our kids, and man, raise any other kids that's in our circle as well. Like I always say, and like I always believe, it's not just about raising your own blood kids. If you have an opportunity to reach out to some other kids in the neighborhood, the barbershop, when you're out playing basketball, what have you, do it because that's real important. They need to hear that voice of reason because I can simply confess, it's a proven fact in my opinion, no matter what neighborhood you go in, rough, good, bad, poor, rich, whatever, if you just take a time, you see a child walk by that's willing to talk, you say something to them and spark a conversation with you, they will return with you with the same amount of respect. In any situation, whether we're the adults or not, you have to give respect to get it. So you can't look at them, tune your nose all up and speak to them in a crazy way, or you're going to get spoke back to a crazy way, whether you're an adult and they're a child or not. So you have to give them the same respect that you want from them. So with that being said, my fathers, man, come on, man. Let's stand up. Let's be real men like we are. Let's sit out. Let's talk about our frustrations in a positive way. Get them out there on the table, and then let's try to find solutions because our whole goal is to bring everybody together. Today in our society, everyone is apart. So many families that's apart. So many cultures that's apart. And when we try to bring shows to our show, topics to our show, I should say, it things get mixed in, and sometimes the views get twisted and things of that nature. But at the end of the day, like I always say, two negatives make a positive. So when we bring negative situations onto our show, it's not to be solely negative. At the end of it, we like to try to bring some type of positive outside out of it and then move forward on to our next topic. Buff has been missing in action on YouTube. She's just having a little technical difficulties with her situation, her studio in or the YouTube situation, but hopefully we'll get her back and running as soon as possible because that's another thing that we really take pride in here is that we're able to give you a view from both sides. We're able to give you a view from a man's side and from a woman's side. So with that being said, I hope you join us this Sunday night at 8:30 p.m. Central Time on www.blogtalkradio.com/laugh_tears at 8:30 p.m. Central Time. You can call in at 646-721-9617 as early as 8:15 p.m. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, have a great evening. We thank you for your support as always. Laughing Tears got a lot of things in store for you and for us. So, man, please keep believing us. Peace, and I'm out.